Hey everyone, Kevin Richards here from Rock the Stage NYC here on YouTube and rpmvocalstudio.com on the web for voice lessons worldwide. Check out the links below. They're all really cool stuff. Get both my vocal courses for $50. There's playlists to over 300 videos of mine here on YouTube of various topics. Also, there's links in there to take lessons with me via Skype like this or here in the studio in New York City. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, but make sure you click that little icon-y bell button thing there because just being a subscriber doesn't really matter anymore. What I'm going to talk to you about today is not anything musical. What I'm going to talk about is something I get asked a lot on Quora. And you can look me up on Quora. It's under Kevin Richards. I can sing from this note to this note, and then in my head voice or falsetto, I can go from that noise. What voice type am I? My question is, well, what are you singing? If you're not singing classical music, what voice type you are is completely irrelevant. It doesn't matter. The only reason why voice types matter is because it is relevant to singing in classical operatic music. See, composers of operatic music used to portion out parts of the aria or the pieces for various types of voices, just like they would a various instrument. Like there's overlap in terms of notes from like a clarinet and oboe, and like a trombone and a trumpet, but they have very different tonalities. So a composer will say, well, I want these notes here, and this is the particular sound I want, the tonality I want. What instrument makes that sound? There could be several instruments that can play all those notes, but they'll all have a slightly different sound when they sing them. Same thing with baritones and tenors. You can have tenor rolls and tenor pieces that are down here between the C and the G. A tenor will sound completely different on these notes than a baritone will. A lighter tenor will sound different than it's called a lyric tenor, and a dramatic tenor, which is a darker tenor. Same with a lyric and a dramatic baritone. Unless you're singing classical music, your voice type is irrelevant. Why? Because you can pick the type of songs you want to sing, which fit your voice. And if you're writing your own material, you can write songs in keys that are comfortable for the voice that you have. And voice type isn't really about vocal range. It's about your tonality and where your voice kind of sits comfortably before it starts going out sort of its natural range. Now, you can expand that range with training with me or other people, but it's kind of where like your natural voice sits when you speak. Like my voice sits down here when I speak. So I'm more in the dramatic baritone or on the bass baritone range because I kind of sit down here. If your voice is like this, you're either a high baritone or a low tenor. So your voice, the range of notes that are comfortable for you are different than mine. But I can sing your notes and you can sing my notes, but we'll sound very different singing the same notes. Classical composers took this into effect when they created parts. They partitioned the voices out like they did instruments. So unless you're singing classical or in a choir maybe where they partition the tenors out and the baritones here and the basses for these parts, again because they're trying to look for a balance of tone, not vocal range. It's I want this sound here on these notes, I want this sound here, and I want this sound here. So we blend them together. There it's appropriate. But if you're singing modern music, don't worry about it. Don't care about it. But if you want to expand the range that you have now, please look me up. Links are below. Till next time, this is Kevin Richards. Keep rocking, keep practicing. See ya.